Hello everyone, welcome back to another Magic the Gathering video. Today I was at my local game store and picked up three of these Guild of Ravnica theme booster packs. So I got the Golgari theme pack, the Izzet theme pack, and the Dimir theme pack. And according to the back, what these are says enhance your Golgari deck with 35 cards from Guild of Ravnica, including at least one rare or mythic rare. Add 25 lands to start building a 60 card deck. So it looks like this might be a good jumping on point for new players. Grab one of these, grab the corresponding lands, so swamps and forests in the case of Golgari, and you have a 60 card deck. Probably won't be a very good deck, but it might be a decent enough deck to start out with, maybe a step up from their welcome decks that they give out to new players. We're just going to go ahead and get these open here. We're going to go ahead and open the Golgari pack first. So we have inside, looks like we have little Golgari thing here to hold the cards. And then a pack of cards. So we're going to go ahead and open these up. So we have 2 Golgari Guild Gates, good lands for Golgari decks to tap for either black or green. Enter tapped, of course. We have what's this? Certilius Root. So search your library for up to 2 basic lands and or gates. Put them onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. So way to tutor some lands out. Go. So we have that. We have the Spinal Centipede. Child of Night. And again, this is the Golgari pack we're looking at. We're going to go ahead and open the Izzet and Dimir decks after this one. We have a Pitiless Gorgon. Nice Death Touch creature for 3 mana. So 2/2 Death Touch for 3, which is hybrid. We have an Undercity Uprising. A Rhizome Lurker. We have the Whistle Trooper. A Golgari Locket. So tap it for mana or sacrifice it, or pay 4 to sack it to get card draw. There's another Golgari Guildgate. Another Pitiless Gorgon. We have the Portcullis Vines. I'm not sure if there's going to be any really good synergies in these, but again, it might be a good place for people to jump into Guild of Ravnica. They have a particular guild that they like or color combo. We have some Burglar Rats. Or Burglar Rat, I should say. The Iron Shell Beetle. Another Spinal Centipede. We already saw that guy earlier. We have the Wary Okapi, or however you pronounce that guy. There's a 3/2 Vigilance for 3. The Bartizan Bats. And these retail for about $7. I think it was like $6.99 for these guys. There's the Bartizan Bats. Doesn't really want to focus, but is a 3 and a black for a 3/1 flying. Not particularly good. Basically gets hit for 1 and it's done. We have a wild Ceratok. A Rhino. The Dowser of Lights. A Vigor Spore Worm. We have a Golgari Find Broker. Another Undercity Uprising, another Rhizome Lurker, another Pitiless Gorgon, Generous Another Golgari Finebroker, another Undercity Uprising, another Rhizome Lurker. We have a Silent Dart. A Molder Hulk. What is this? We have a Status a Statue, so one of the split cards here. So basically both instants in this case. So you can play either half or both. You have the mana for it. We have a Swarm Guildmage. Another Burglar Rat. We have a rare. This is a Charnel Troll. Alright, so that is the Golgari themed deck. So basically what you do here is you would just slot in whatever remaining cards to get to 60 with lands, with forests and swamps, and you would have a Golgari deck that's ready to play. Let's move into the Izzet deck. And the same thing here. Enhance your Izzet deck with 35 cards from Guild of Ravnica, including at least one rare or mythic rare. So let's go ahead and crack the Izzet pack. Alright, so we have our pack here. So first up we have a Radical Idea. Pretty interesting draw spell, so draw a card, and it also has Jumpstart, so you can play it again from your graveyard by discarding a card. We have a Radical Idea. There's a Chemist's Insight. Another draw spell with Jumpstart. We have a Maximize Velocity. We have a Piston Fist Cyclops. Goblin Electromancer has a decent card. I really like that guy. Makes your instants and sorceries cost 1 less. They just cost 2 mana, so 1 blue, 1 red. I have this guy in my Izzet Wizards Commander deck. So he's one of my mana reducers, or gets spells to cost less. We have the Hypnofizzle. Sonic Assault. Also has Jumpstart. And, excuse me, we have an Izzet Locket. So you can tap it for either blue or red, or pay a hybrid color of 4 hybrid red or blue, draw 2 cards. Yes. Alright, anyway. Next card, we have a Cosmotronic Wave. Cosmotronic Wave. We have a Guild Summit. We have a Goblin, what is this? Goblin Crater Maker. The Electrostatic Field. We have a Vidalcan Mesmerist. Our wizards here. Vidalcan Mesmerist. We have a Hellkite Whelp. Let's see if it wants to grab it. Go. So the Hellkite Whelp. We have a Book Devourer, a beast. Reminds me of the kind of like the Orcish Librarian from, I think it was Ice Age. We have a Disdainful Stroke. There's one of our counter spells. Counter a spell of mana cost 4 or greater. There's a Street Riot. There is an Inescapable Blaze. We have a Smelt Ward Minotaur. Leapfrog. There. So it gets flying. 3/1 that gets flying as long as you cast an instant or sorcery this turn. We have a Lava Coil. A Capture Sphere. We have an Ornery Goblin. We have a Crackling Drake. We have a Beam Splitter Mage. We have a split card, so we have Invert to Invent. I think this card actually got eroded already. Basically say I think the invert is until end of turn. Whatever, it's already been basically clarified that only lasts until end of turn. But both of those are instants, so you can either play one or the other or both. Have a Muse Drake. There's Muse Drake. Have a Gatekeeper Gargoyle. So that's the Gargoyle. We have another Piston Fist Cyclops. We've seen another Goblin Electromancer. Another Sonic Assault. A Maximized Altitude. I don't know if we've got this one yet. At least in this pack. You have a creature flying, and it also has Jumpstart. We have a Wee Dragonauts. We have another Crackling Drake. No, you're not seeing that. And our rare is a Firemind's Research. Let's see. Sorry, excuse me again. So that is the Izzet pack. We just have the Dimir pack to go. Alright. Last pack here, so same thing. This is just for the Dimir Guild. So first up here, we have a Dimir Locket. Dimir Locket, Dimir Guildgate. I don't think we got any Guildgates in the Izzet pack, which is kind of interesting. So I don't know if all these are the same, and it's just the rare that'll be different. But I guess I have to just wait and see what other people open up. So Dimir Guildgate, we have a Barrier of Bones. Barrier Bones, basically a 0/3 defender, and when it enters battlefield, surveil 1. Have a Mythic Vapors. Surveil spell. One really good card is it came in this pack is Disinformation Campaign. I played that card at pre-release in a two-headed giant game, and it did some serious work for us. You have Deadly Visit, so destroy target creature and surveil 2. So Disinformation Campaign, when you play it, each opponent discards a card, you get a draw card, and then whenever you surveil, you get it back in your hand. So I basically built my pre-release deck around that. Dimir Informant. This also surveils, so pretty good there. Watcher in the Mist. There we go, 5 mana for that guy. Also surveils. Surveil is a really interesting mechanic. I really like it. Probably my favorite mechanic out of this set. You have the Artful Takedown. So there's Artful Takedown. Have Darkblade Agent. Wants to focus. Let's see what we got here. There we go. So as long as you surveil, you get extra stuff with him. We have Notion Rain, which is basically a surveilling version of like Sign in Blood. Read the Bones. I guess it's more like Read the Bones. But pay that. Surveil 2, draw 2, take 2 damage. So there's Notion Rain. We have a Whisper Agent. This guy also surveils. I have some of these guys in my pre-release deck as well. So it's two-headed giant. So I went Dimir and my friend basically went Abzan. So they were going mostly Golgari, but they also splashed some green. There's a Veiled Shade. Veiled Shade. So 2/2 for 3. 1 in a black. It gets +1/+1 until the end of turn. There we go. There you go. There's the Veiled Shade. We have the Wishcoin Crab. It's just a 2/5 for 4. We have another Dowser of Lights. I think we saw that guy earlier in the Golgari deck. Well, Golgari pack, I should say. It says this is a Rakdos Reveler card. So Rakdos obviously coming in the next Ravnica set back in probably in January. Another Watcher in the Mist. We've seen that. We have Deadweight. Classic card. So 1 black. Target creature gets -2/-2. A good way to get rid of certain creatures that are power 2 or less. Another Disdainful Stroke. We saw that earlier. Decent counterspell. Mythic Vapors we've seen. Capture Seer we've seen. Deadly Visit. We have a Thoughtbound Phantasm. Haven't seen this one yet. With the Defender, whenever you surveil, it gets counters. If it has 3 or more, it can attack as though it didn't have Defender. So, decent. Have the Whispering Snitch. Let's see what we have here. Whispering Snitch. Wants to focus. Cost 1 in the black. So life gain and damage to your opponents whenever first time you surveil. We have the Night Veil Predator, another one of the really good cards in the mirror in this set, I believe. This guy won us a couple of our two-headed giant games just because it is 3/3 flying, Death Touch, hexproof. And the removal, basically like some of the board wipes in this set, can actually hit this guy because one of them is destroys stuff that costs 3 or less as far as mana. And the only one is stuff destroy stuff that has 4 or more toughness, and him only being a 3/3, he gets around both of those. You have the House Guild Mage. Another way to get Surveil or make stuff not untap. We have a Dimir Spybug, another really good Dimir card. With this guy, helped us out in quite a few games. So 1 in the black, 1/1 flying, has Menace, and whenever you Surveil, it gets a 1/1 counter on it. Let's see if we can focus. Go. Dimir Spybug. We have a Child and Knight, we saw that earlier. Another Disdainful Stroke. Thought Eraser. Another decent discard spell. So blue and black, you can look at your opponent's hand, choose a non-land card from it, and it gets discarded. And it also lets you Surveil. Have another split card, so this is Discovery and Dispersal. So Surveil 2, then draw a card, and each opponent returns a non-land permanent they control. The highest mana cost among permanents they control to its owner's hand, then discards a card. Opponent has an empty hand, you play Dispersal on them. They bounce their highest mana costed creature back or spell, like enchantment, back to their hand, and then it immediately gets discarded if that's the only card they have in their hand after bouncing it. So pretty good card there. Have another Gatekeeper Gargoyle. We've already seen that guy. Another Artful Takedown. Another Darkblade Agent. Another Whisper Agent. Another House Guild Mage. And looks like no Disinformation Campaign, but we do have Thief of Sanity, because they're rare. So it lets you steal your opponent's stuff, basically. So, some decent cards. Nothing too amazing, but I think probably the Dimir pack is probably my favorite one, just because of some of the Surveil spells, like the Night Veil Predator is really good, and anything that lets you basically Surveil, I think is really strong in the mirror. Just lets you basically look at something. If you want it, you can keep it on top. If not, you can pitch it in your graveyard. And then hopefully when you go draw, you're going to be drawing better stuff. So again, we opened the Dimir pack, the Golgari pack, and the Izzet pack. These retail for about $6.99. You get 35 cards, and then all you need to do to make it a deck basically is look through it. If you have more than 4 of anything, I don't think there's more. There's 4 more of than that in a pack anyway. You can basically just mix in a bunch of lands of the color of the guild, so obviously black, blue for Dimir, and you have a ready-to-play deck. Might be a step up for newer players that have played a few of the welcome decks you can get at stores that Wizards of the Coast provides stores to give out to new players. This could be a good jumping on point to some basic deck building because you're going to have to be putting the lands in, and then maybe get a couple more packs, and then start modifying this even more. Again, these aren't going to be competitive decks or anything like that, but they might be a nice, fun way to teach somebody how to play Magic. That is a little bit different from the trading or the welcome decks that they've been playing with before. So again, we opened Dimir, Golgari, and Izzet for these, and these are believe $6.99, 35 cards. There's at least 1 rare in the pack. The packs do say that there might be mythics, but I haven't seen any mythics yet. I've only seen rares. But that's going to do it for this video. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.